So anaphase 1 now. During this anaphase 1, homologous pairs of chromosomes which have aligned at the center of the cell during metaphase 1 undergo disjunction. So during this anaphase 1, disjunction of homologous pairs of chromosomes occur. Disjunction of homologous pairs of chromosomes occur. These homologous pairs of chromosomes are also called as bivalents. Pairs of chromosomes occur which are also called as bivalents. So these are the homologous pairs of chromosomes which undergo disjunction and start moving away from one another, that is towards two opposite poles of the cell. Now let's see how this disjunction of bivalents occur during this anaphase 1. Actually, chiasmata are formed during diplotin stage, and this chiasmata which are formed during diplotin stage start undergoing terminalization during diplotin stage itself, and they reach towards the terminal points of the chromosomes, that means towards the ends of the chromosomes by the end of diakinesis. That means terminalization of chiasmata starts during diplotin stage, and this terminalization of chiasmata is completed by the end of diakinesis of prophase 1. In the previous video, I explained all this diplotin, diakinesis, packaging and all. You just go through those videos. Okay, right. So chiasmata formation occurs during diplotin stage. After formation, they start moving towards the ends of the homologous pairs of chromosomes, that is called terminalization. So terminalization of chiasmata starts during diplotin stage and it is completed by the end of diakinesis. Completed means they have reached towards the ends of the chromosomes, chiasmata. After reaching the ends of the chromosomes, homologous pairs of chromosomes or bivalents, now during anaphase 1, these chiasmata undergo breakage. So when these chiasmata break, what happens? The two chromosomes present in the bivalent undergo disjunction, separation, due to which they get separated from one another and they start moving towards two opposite poles of the cell. So this disjunction of homologous pairs of chromosomes or bivalents occurs during anaphase 1 due to the breakage of chiasmata. Due to breakage of chiasmata. Okay, by the end of anaphase 1, these homologous pairs of chromosomes, these chromosomes are reaching towards two opposite poles of the cell. They reach chromosomes having two chromatids. Each chromosome having two chromatids reach the opposite poles of the cell. Reach opposite poles of the cell by the end of anaphase 1. Opposite poles of the cell. So these chromosomes which are moving towards two opposite poles of the cell are the future daughter chromosomes because they become the part of daughter nuclei. Daughter chromosomes. Now these daughter chromosomes are in the form of dyad. That means each chromosome is with two chromatids. Whereas in case of anaphase of mitosis, the daughter chromosome, future daughter chromosome is in monad condition, but here they are under dyad condition. Dyad condition is nothing but presence of two chromatids in a chromosome or presence of two DNA molecules in a chromosome. One DNA molecule forms one chromatid. That is nothing but presence of two chromatids in a chromosome is dyad. Presence of one chromatid in a chromosome is monad condition of the chromosome. So during this phase, the chromosomes which are reaching towards two opposite poles of the cell are future daughter chromosomes because these become the part of daughter nuclei and they are under dyad condition. So this is all about anaphase 1. Now I want to give you differences between anaphase 1 of meiosis 1 and anaphase of mitosis. Let's see the differences between anaphase 1 of meiosis 1 and anaphase of mitosis. Okay, so during anaphase 1, what is happening? Disjunction of homologous pairs of chromosomes is taking place. Disjunction of homologous pairs of chromosomes. Homologous pairs of chromosomes are also called as bivalence is taking place. Bivalence. Whereas during anaphase, separation of chromatids of chromosomes. Separation of chromatids is taking place. Chromatids is taking place. So let's see how this separation of chromatids. So this is about the anaphase of mitosis. So this is a cell. These are the chromosomes which are aligned at the center of the cell during metaphase of mitosis. And now they start separating towards two opposite poles of the cell due to splitting of centromere of these chromosomes. But here there is no splitting of centromere. Here there is breakage of chiasmata, due to which there is homologous pairs of chromosomes undergo disjunction and they start separating from one another. So like this, now these chromatids start separating from one another and they move towards two opposite poles of the cell. Okay, so what is happening? Separation of chromatids is taking place. Next, here during anaphase 1, each chromosome or daughter chromosome is with two chromatids. Whereas in case of anaphase of mitosis, each daughter chromosome is with only one chromatid. Daughter chromosome is with only one chromatid. So presence of one chromatid in a chromosome is called as monad condition of the chromosome. Whereas presence of two chromatids in a chromosome is called as dyad condition of the chromosome. So daughter chromosomes are under dyad condition during anaphase 1 of meiosis 1, whereas during the anaphase of mitosis, daughter chromosomes are in the form of monad condition. Okay, now there is separation of chromosomes in case of anaphase 1. Here there is separation of chromatids in case of anaphase of mitosis. In case of anaphase 1, this separation of chromosomes and movement of chromosomes towards two opposite poles. Movement of chromosomes towards two opposite poles is taking place with the help of only spindle fibers. Towards two opposite poles is taking place with the help of only spindle fibers. Spindle fibers only. Spindle fibers, that too what type of spindle fibers? Chromosomal spindle fibers or tractile spindle fibers. Chromosomal spindle fibers or tractile spindle fibers. Whereas in case of anaphase of mitosis, movement of these chromatids towards two opposite poles is taking place with the help of interzonal fibers and chromosomal fibers. So, movement of these chromatids towards two opposite poles is taking place with the help of both the interzonal fibers. Interzonal fibers are pushing these chromatids towards two opposite poles by undergoing expansion. Whereas these chromosomal fibers are pulling. These are chromosomal fibers. These are pulling these chromatids towards two opposite poles by undergoing dissolution. This we discussed already in the previous video, that is during the anaphase of mitosis. So chromosomal fibers are pulling these chromatids. So movement of chromatids towards two opposite poles is taking place by both, they are both pushed and pulled towards two opposite poles of the cell. Whereas in case of chromosomes during anaphase 1 of meiosis 1, movement of chromosomes towards two opposite poles during anaphase 1 of meiosis 1 are only pushed towards two opposite poles with the help of, are only pulled towards two opposite poles with the help of chromosomal spindle fibers or tractile fibers. But here with the help of both interzonal fibers which are pushing chromatids towards two opposite poles and chromosomal fibers which are pulling chromatids towards two opposite poles of the cell. So by the end of anaphase 1, of meiosis 1, these chromosomes reach towards two opposite poles of the cell. So this is all about anaphase 1. Then the cell enters into telophase 1. Now let's see what is telophase 1. What changes occurs inside the cell during telophase 1.